gorgeous girls and beautiful boys, men and women, men and women. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and happy new month. This is my first video in the month of April 2025, and I want to say a very big thank you. We have 100 subscribers. Like it was only just a dream, but we have 100 subscribers. I don't even think I have up to, I know 100 people in real life, but 100 of you are here with me, and it's a big deal. Really, I feel so blessed. um I'm very happy to have you guys here. Thank you so much for subscribing, and if you are just joining us today, you can still subscribe. We really do fun things here. We do fun things here, so you can always subscribe. Yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Like you and the tube, like the tube that connects you to me. Oh, don't leave me. Don't leave. All right, so if you are new here, right? My name is Temi Nikolayo, and I'm a product manager. And what we do here is we make product management make sense. Like we make product management fun. That is what we do here. So today's video is about that one big question new PMs ask all the time. And I know that in previous videos I've always said something about prioritization technique, but today's the day that we get to talk about it. So clap for me, clap for me. I kept to my word. I said I was going to talk about it. So today is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. So stick around. So PMs, new PMs, they're always asking, how do I decide what feature to build next? How do I prioritize? How do I do this? How do I do that? So prioritization can feel like juggling flaming swords when you are getting requests from sales, from users, from customer support, and of course the big one, the MDC of your company. But don't worry, I've got you. You know, I always say this, and it is the truth. I have got you. So in this video, we'll explore the best feature prioritization frameworks that will help you focus on what matters. So yes, let's get into it. The first one, it is food. We are serving food. We are serving rice, jollof rice, fried rice, banana rice, coconut rice, white rice. Okay, so it's not food, but it's a framework known as rice. So rice is the acronym. So looking at if you're working with a lot of feature ideas and need a data driven objective way to rank them, rice is best for you. So rice is really data driven, and it deals with ranking. So rice is an acronym that stands for reach, which is how many users with this impact within a time frame. Let's say a quarter. So how many users do you want to reach within a quarter? So we are looking at an example of, will this affect 100 or 10,000 users? So you want to estimate how many users this particular feature will get to. The next one is impact. How much value will it deliver to each user? If you are buying a product that you want to use, it's because you want to get value from it. So you need to consider your users. What value are they going to get from this particular feature? So you can rate your impact from 1 to 3, 1 being minimal and 3 being massive. So it is between 1, 2, and 3. Now the next one is the C, which is the confidence. How are you sure that this feature will reach and impact your users? How sure are you about your reach and impact estimates? Like, can you confidently say that, no, I'm very sure about this feature, it will get to those people that it's meant to get to? So you can look at it from 100%, which is like rock solid, 80% fairly sure, and 50%, which is guesswork. The thing is, I don't support guesswork. You know, I'm always talking about it. Product management is not just your gut feeling or your vibes and inshallah. You need to work with data. So you can drop the 50% while you just focus on the 100% and the 80%. Now the last part is your effort. How many persons, how many days, or how many weeks will it take? So if it's a very robust feature, do you think you need 5 developers on it? If it is something that is not so much, okay, just 2 developers, probably the front end and the back end developer, is that all you need? Or you need to estimate it. How long is it going to take? How much effort will it require for you to implement that particular feature? So how you calculate rise is the reach multiplied by your impact multiplied by the confidence divided by your effort. So all those values you get divided by the effort. So rise model or rise framework helps you quantify trade-offs between high impact ideas that take time versus quick wins. So that is what Rise does. High impact ideas that will take a lot of time versus quick wins. The second one is Moscow. We are going to Russia. So we have the Moscow framework. It is great when you are in planning mode and working within time or budget constraints. So if you don't really have much budget and you have a timeline, you can get the Moscow framework. So it breaks features into four buckets. Moscow, MSCW. So the first one is must have. They are critical to launch. Without it, the product will fail. Like that is it is as simple as that. So you are thinking about login functionality. How can people access your application if they don't sign up, if they don't log in? So it is a critical feature. And let's say the e-commerce application, you are thinking about core checkout flow. The e-commerce application is because you want people to come and buy products from your application. Okay, so how do they make that process? How does the process, what is going to be the end result of that process if there is no checkout flow? So that is the must have. The next one is should have. They are important, but they are not critical. They can be delivered in your next feature. They are also very important, but you can always move them to the next release. Now, the next one is could have. They are nice to have. They add polish or they improve user experience. Those are the could have. Then the next one on the Moscow framework is would have. Well, maybe for now. So they are not a priority now. Like right now, they are not a priority. We can always think about them later. Now, what Moscow does is that it keeps stakeholders aligned and helps avoid scope creep. So on Moscow, you have alignment with your stakeholders. It is also great when you are negotiating with your development team or your clients. So you can always tell your developers that guys, now this is the one that I feel like we should push out now. The other one can still wait till later time. So everyone can see like the overview of what you are trying to do and they can clock into that idea. So that's the whole summary of the Moscow framework. The next one, we've eaten rice, we've gone to Russia, we are coming back home. So if you live in Nigeria, we have the Kano model. We have a state in Nigeria called Kano. So we have the Kano model. And I really like this particular framework because it deals with user satisfaction. If you are thinking about user satisfaction like utility, then you're thinking about the Kano model. So it has three types. The first one is the basic needs. The first type is the basic needs. So users expect this. If they are missing, users will complain. If you don't have this particular feature, users will complain. So let's say our e-commerce app, if you don't have a search bar, do you expect that your users will keep scrolling till eternity before they find the product they are looking for? So it's best to have a search bar there. The second type is the performance features. The more you deliver this particular feature, the happier your users will be. So for example, let's look at a food logistic company. And when you check out, you see your time estimate for delivery as 30 minutes. If that food can get to my house in 30 minutes, I will tell everybody about your application. So you see, they are like performance features. What you say is what I get. So I will always talk about that particular application to people because performance is top notch. The next one, they are the delighters. That's the next type. Delighters. They are actually unexpected features that users love. That is about delighters. They are unexpected features. Like uh, users are not even talking about it, but you just feel like, oh, this thing is actually going to put a smile on their faces. So you are looking at Spotify Wrapped. That idea came out from a very beautiful brain, Spotify Wrap, and all major applications they started using wrap for all of their products. At the end of the year, they are thinking about wrap, they are thinking about wrap, they are thinking about wrap, and it's a very nice feature. Another one is the dark mode. I wanted to record like a day in the life of a product manager, but I got busy. I started, but then I got really busy because I'm working on launching an application, and I just wanted to take you guys through that journey. But one of my alpha participants, because we had the alpha test, and one of the participants was gave me an idea of dark mode for that particular application. And the truth is that even me as a product manager, I don't think there is any of my app that is on light mode. I do not like light mode. But when this participant actually mentioned it, I was just like, oh, that's true. People really like dark mode. People are like me that they like dark mode. And they are delighters. It's not because they are expected, but they just make using the application fun. You know, when you think about some application and you just want to put gamification on it, it makes user want to always come back to that application. Now, bonus, two other types. We have the indifferent, users do not care about this feature, and we have the reverse, users dislike it. I will prefer that you are on indifferent because the more user, if they don't care about it, probably the more they see it, they might want to try that application. So it's better when they are indifferent about it than when they don't even like it at all. So the beauty of Kano is that it helps you balance most apps with delightful surprises instead of just focusing on utility. So it's not just satisfaction you are focusing on. You are thinking about other ways to make retention rates high. Now, the next one is value versus effort matrix. That is the fourth framework, value versus effort matrix. So this one is a classic, and it is super visual. So you are going to draw like a 2 by 2 grid. On your x-axis you have the effort, which is from low to high, and on your y-axis you have the value, which is low to high also. So what you do here is that you place your feature ideas on the grid. You are looking at top left, which is like high value, low effort. So these are quick wins, but you need to build them ASAP. They are quick wins. If you push them to the market, everybody will go crazy about it. So you need to like look at those ones. The next one, they are the bottom right, which are low value, high effort. They are time wasters. You need to skip them. Sorry, but you need to take them out. You need to skip them. The next part is the top right, which is high value. High value, high effort. This one, they are worth it all, but you need to plan carefully. You cannot just jump into it. You have to map out everything you need to do on that feature carefully. And the last one is on the bottom left, low value, low effort. My dear, maybe later. Really, you can skip those ones too. Now, this framework is great for team discussion and quick decision making. It is great for team discussions and when you need to like make quick decision, especially when you are short on time. You understand? So if you don't have much time, you can always use that particular framework. Now, the last one is the I score. That's the last framework we are going to be talking about. The I score. The high scoring model is very simple and quick when you need to decide fast. If you need to decide fast and you don't really have much data, you can always make use of the eyes model or the I score. So it's also an acronym. The I stands for impact. How much will this move the needle? Like how much will it move the needle? The second one, it's just like we taking the R out of rice. So the next one is confidence. How sure are you about the impact of this feature? How sure are you about it? Do you think when it gets to the market, people will really want to use it, or people are just going to trash it? And the last one, which is the E, is how easy is it to implement? You know, you don't really have much data. So you want to be sure that you are not just wasting your time and everyone's time. So how easy is it to implement? So you can just rate from 1 to 10 and you average the score. So you rate them from 1 up to 10, then you just average the score. ICE is useful in growth themes or when testing small experiments and ideas. So if you have just small buckets of ideas, you can always make use of the ICE, especially when you are lacking detailed data. Like I said, if you don't have robust data, you can always use the ICE score because you need momentum. So it is perfect for you. Now, bonus, what I want to say here is that when I started working as a product manager, I actually used all of these frameworks because I was looking for the best. But one thing I realized is that, like I said, most of these frameworks, they work for different teams. They work for different situations. So you cannot just say this is the one that you use throughout. No single framework fits every situation. None of, like, you cannot say this is the one that fits all the situation. Even though I like one, I need to examine the situation before I can say, okay, this is the one that I use. Sometimes you need RISE to rank features for a quarterly roadmap. Other times, a quick Moscow section gets you through a sprint planning. The real skill is knowing when to use which tool and being flexible enough to mix and adapt. That is what you need. So, my darling, if this helped you feel less overwhelmed and more like a feature prioritization ninja, if they wake you up that alpha, we want to develop, we want to push out some features, and you hear the situation, you can tell them, okay, you know what? I think we should use Moscow. Let's travel to Russia today. So if this video has helped you to understand prioritization technique, hit that like button now. Hit that like button. You know it wants to be clicked, you know it, right? So just hit that like button. Subscribe for more PM goodies. Like, we always dropping gems here now. Subscribe for more PM goodies. Drop a comment telling me which framework you would try first and why, and share this video with your fellow PMs or aspiring ones. So if you have any PM, I'm always telling you, sharing is caring. We need to be our brothers keepers and our sisters defenders. So please, let's share this video. We need more subscribers. We need more people to see our channel. So until next time, my darling, do you know that man that is a darling? So until next time, build wisely, prioritize smartly, and keep making magic. Bye.